Hey guys, Stealth here and welcome back to the closed beta of Arms Tank Tycoon. Or Arms Trade Tycoon tanks. We have another contract from the Germans. The last one was pretty shortly before this one. I mean, that was the third contract, I think. Yeah, here. 1915 May. These guys, 1915 July, already want a new tank. Okay, if they want a new tank, let's see what they want. They want a tank. And my tanks are not what they want. Interestingly, once again, the LT Mark I does remarkably well. I mean, out of all the tanks that I have on offer, and I have the old Petrov, I got the Kuban, I got the modernized version of the Petrov, I got the Petrov 2C. None of them are good. Only this thing is really good. And it has to do with the protection. I'm not sure why this thing is so heavily protected. Like, what is gaining all these points? Because I don't believe that any of these parts are extremely well armored. Look at the turret. 137, 108, 52. This is where the problem lies. The Petrov has a very poorly armored turret. That's something I need to work on. It might have to do with that middle sponson. Nevertheless, the Germans want a new tank, and the L2, which I'm also going to sell to the Italians, well, have sold and just need to fulfill the contract. It's really dirt cheap. It's 7,700. The Germans are now offering 55 grand for this tank. If I can push this thing down... Only the A7V has been offered. They want something that has a lot of protection, a lot of hard firepower, i.e. able to kill tanks, and it has repairability. What I'm offering them is something that is armed with 2 machine guns. Because that's all it has. I'm not sure how it's going to make it past the committee, but I guess, like, if you're selling it for the price of a new Toyota, maybe they're willing to look the other way and go, yeah, okay, fine, it's not a great tank, but it's good enough. For 32 grand, you can be the proud owner of the L2 Mark I, which is a tank that I haven't even finished researching yet. This should be fun. I'm just going to send it in. And I am eagerly awaiting the completion of the Engineering Bureau, which is working on one of the phases, or one of the parts that's needed in the L2. Yep, Germany also wants them. Waiting on the Engineering Bureau so I can actually get the L2 engineered. Well, sorry, built. Because what I needed was this. Here we go. So the L2 Mark I, oh, sorry, it has 3 hull machine guns. Wow, would you look at that. Hard firepower? No. This thing doesn't have any hard firepower. It doesn't kill tanks at all. It just doesn't. So let's assign the engineers. It's going to take 10 days. And after that, I'm going to have 57 days and 63 days to complete 40 tanks. Yikes. That's going to be a lot of work. These things have 4,000 man-hours. It is a heck of a lot better than the Petrovs, which cost about 8,000. The Kuban cost about 5. We also got the weird Kuznetsov thing, which is basically my mobile bunker with 5 machine guns. This thing is 4K. It also doesn't cost you a whole lot of resources. I'm going to have to do a lot of designing on this tank. Sorry, a lot of production on this tank. Hold on. What do these things need? Because then I can start building a building that will help with that. The L2 Mark I would benefit from a machinery workshop with a riveting focus, rifling focus, milling, basically everything. Okay, I don't have a whole lot of money left, which is unfortunate, but the Italians... there we go. The Italians have just paid me $1 million and change, so I'm now able to start upgrading some more buildings. So, they said a rifling hole, and I believe they said a milling hole, and a bending hole it was, because that all saves you production costs. This saves you production costs. This also saves you production costs. Nothing saves you on man hours, unfortunately. Ergonomics office allows you another 100 people on the line. But the problem is, if I have those 100 people on the line, and they're not actually working on a tank, they're very, very useless. Which is unfortunate. But I need to unlock this. Might be locked for the beta. That's entirely possible. Retooling line. Quick reconfiguration of the existing assembly lines in preparation for the production of a new tank design. Oh, so a new tank model. Well, that could be useful. I might, however, have the maximum amount of sub-facilities. Yeah, facility slots 4. Okay, I can't actually speed up production here anymore. Unfortunate. As for engineering, no, research, I still have more facility slots here. The breakthrough lab could be interesting. 5% chance to get a bonus, or sorry, to get a breakthrough by completing the project in 1 day. That would be spectacular if you got these projects that take 120 days. It's a big dice roll by the looks of it, with a 1 in 20 dice. I'm not sure if I like that. Fundamentals. Saves you research costs for structure nodes, mobility nodes, and firepower. And the rest is pretty much the same. Look, you also got the structure lab, which is a dedicated facility that sheerly focuses on structure, but does nothing the rest of the time. But it does cost you 3.5k per month, even if it does nothing. Innovative division, reduction of or special nodes, no. Components, yeah. Analytics, analytic discount for all research nodes. I'm not sure what that is, but we'll build it. I now have quite a lot of money. How is it going with shipping in the new resources? It is not. I need to be shipping a whole lot more resources in. Because we're going to be shipping the L2, but the L2 hasn't even finished production yet. Or, well, finished design yet. I should, however, have a ton of resources. Because I brought in a lot of iron and steel and rubber and whatever else I need. Nevertheless, I think it is prudent to buy out, well, pretty much all of Asia again. In the past, I was doing this based on what I need. But considering how fast we're trying to get tanks done, I think it might be beneficial to get another $136,000 order for a whole load of resources. I should be able to store those. It's about 40,000 resources. I have 51k storage out of 150k. So in 21 days, plus or minus, I think 7, we're going to be getting some additional resources. And I think we won't really need them because the L2 is such a small tank. But better safe than broke. Because if you're not able to complete the contract, oh boy, you're going to be getting fined very, very heavily. Ah, yes, the unloading stations. Oh, there we go. They're going to be late by 7 days. Nice. This thing also is going to be getting another facility. That is the unloading speed. And with that, the reduction of delivery time by 25% is achieved. So that should speed up production by quite a bit. I don't like that the production is delayed, but... Or sorry, the shipment is delayed, but so be it. There we go. The L2 is ready. Let's start cranking out these L2s as fast as we possibly can. Because we're going to need a ton of them. You can... What? You can build... Okay, so we can build 24 of these in 20 days. That's amazing. Get to work. Get to work, gentlemen. What are we short on? Iron. And steel. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. So it's going to only take me 18 days. No, 20 days to complete this. And then I have... Oh, it's going to be easy. That's going to be a very easy contract. And all with a design that I never made myself. Isn't that nice? Why do all the hard work if you can have somebody else do that for you? Thank you. There's the new resources. There's the new resources. Research is also coming online. There's the new building. That's the analytics division. There we go. Light naval gun is now ready. I'm not sure exactly what slot that naval gun is going to fit in. We'll just have to do some experimenting. There's also the AP ammunitions, which might give my machine gun tanks, such as the L2, a bit more oomph. So let's go and research AP ammunitions for the machine guns. It's going to take me a month and a bit. Should be fine. Now there's all sorts of fights going on in the world. Some of them make absolutely no sense. It looks like the campaign in Ireland is pretty much a draw. Like, the British have scored 3 points, the Danish have scored 3 points, and they're now fighting again. However, one of these was not very beneficial. Was it this one? No, it was the other one. Here. I'm not sure how, but there was... This makes no sense. This makes absolutely no sense. Look, this one is the previous draw. Over here, they said this tank did awful. Absolute disgrace. Contributing to the lamentable outcome on the battlefield. The lamentable outcome was the death of 170 horses for one tank. I would think that's a pretty decent trade. Next comes another draw. Oh, sorry, comes a victory for them. They somehow then took out 6 more tanks without losing a single horse. But the defenders said the tank's overall excellence on the battlefield was a sight to behold. Yeah. And once again, we still cannot pen a horse. I'm going to write that up to the beta. I'm going to write that up to this being a beta. Okay, we've almost completed our first batch of production. Yes, that's not what I meant. But thank you. There. So let's start shipping out these tanks. And let's start getting filthy rich of a very bad tank. I have quite a lot of them in storage. We're going to ship these out to the Austro-Hungarians. When do they need them again? The Austro-Hungarians need them in 27 days. And it's going to take 12 days plus 7 for this one's 1,000 per. This is going to take 8 days plus a margin of 14, making me 22, so that's fine. Off you go. If you get delayed, don't worry. The tanks will still arrive on time. So, time to ship out, or time to shit out more tanks. What do we have in storage? We have 4 in storage, and I need more of them. So let's go grab them. Let's go build more tanks. Production. I need another 16 of the L2. And we can do that in 14 days. Gentlemen, you are amazing. Keep up the good work, and make sure that we get these tanks quickly. Because the Germans are waiting. I cannot wait to see Germany and Austria-Hungary potentially going at each other with those things. I think that would be fantastic. Because they can't hurt each other. I think this thing can't hurt itself, even. Is it possible to put that machine gun anywhere useful? I think not. On the Kuznetsov, then? Nope. So, what is that light gun for, anyway? Is that for the Petrov slots? Yes, there it is. So, you can put the Hotchkiss 3-pounder in. I think it's going to be a far worse gun. But, okay. Let's see. I don't care about protection, I care about firepower. Especially the firepower against armor, which the game calls firepower hard. You got the 6-pounder. No. Is this the 3? No, it's this... Yeah, okay, fine. Let's go to engineering. Yes. It's being silly. Okay, let's go over to engineering. Because these guys are bored out of their minds, might as well give them something to do. So let's have a look at the Hotchkiss 3-pounder. This thing has kinetic pen of 3. This thing has a kinetic pen of 8. No surprise, because it's a sizable difference in gun. When it comes to reload, I think this thing has it. This has a rate of fire of 12. This is a rate of fire of 26. Is it enough to pen a tank? That's the real question. Can this, with an AP round, pen a tank? I don't know. I don't know. Gun bridge Mark II, yes please. Optics 2. Pivoting seat Mark 1. Recoil cylinder Mark 2. And a recoil guard Mark 2. Fine. Gentlemen, you have your orders. Go and get me a new gun. I don't know if it's going to be useful on a tank, but just having the option there, I mean, why not? We're busy anyway. Now, I also want to test drive the L2 Mark I. I want to see just exactly how well this thing drives, or doesn't drive, and see what sort of piece of trash I'm actually selling. This is the first tank that actually has a turret, so I don't have to be switching machine gun to machine gun anymore. And hopefully, I'm going to be able to need the machine gun if I'm able to cross the trench. And it's proving a bit challenging, but it's working. Now I think, yeah, we're going to have to do quite a bit of damage against the soft targets. That's what this thing is ideal for. It's also for a light tank, it feels fairly slow. Agility is good. It swivels quickly. But when it comes to its ability to deal damage against armor targets, it just doesn't have any. And in a straight line, this thing is surely not in a hurry. Also, if at all possible, I need my guys to start researching something like a stabilizer, because this gun, when you're on the move, it goes everywhere. Forward. Good man. Yeah, I think it's an okay tank if you're dealing with infantry. Like a charger of the light brigade, like the horses, this thing would definitely have potential. Look at it turn. That needs work. That needs work. That needs a lot of work. And there is the hard target. I can probably... What? This machine gun can kill that? What sort of rounds do we fire? It's just a Lewis machine gun. It's not some sort of depleted uranium round. Wow, that is a lot more efficient. Look at that. Hold on. Is that already dead? Yeah, I guess it is. But it does look like it ricochets off the A7V. Too heavily armored. No surprise there. Fuel on this thing is incredible. The other one tank would probably be at like 85 to 80% here, and this thing is still registering as a full fuel tank. I like that. That's definitely progress. Which does line up with the purpose that I had in mind for this tank, or, well, that the original designer had in mind for this tank, which is not me. Break through and keep breaking through. It's deep behind the enemy lines, raid logistics, take down artillery, stuff like that. It does go well downhill. Does it go well uphill? Nope. If it's doing 5 kph, that's a lot. Come on. Good man. Turn. Taking down these targets should be pretty quick. Oh, that's the wrong machine gun. The one mounted on the right-hand side is not great, because it cannot depress enough. I think we're going to have to dip the tank down in order to use these. So if you're trying to fire this thing down into a trench, yeah, you're going to have a hard time. Oh, trying to climb back up in reverse is a nightmare. Come on. Make some effort. No, it's just not going. Okay, so it probably needs a better engine. If we can fit one, that is. They still haven't changed this. I want to be able to take this thing down. I get why you need to be able to use the machine gun for that. But not being able to take down a soft target by simply driving over it does feel a bit weird. There we go. Also, I got 500 rounds in the entire tank between all the machine guns. That's possibly a little low for a tank like this, which only features machine guns. The other tanks also feature, I think... Are you kidding? I think they also feature 50 rounds for the 6-pounders. So the Petrovs. Making this one a bit underpowered. Not only in the engine department, but definitely in the firepower department too. Climb. Oh, it doesn't want to go. At least I didn't fall into the trench. But I don't have enough points yet. Come on. Move. Yeah, we're going to try and fit this thing with a better engine. I want this to be able to zip across the battlefield. Which might be a lot to ask for in a 1914, 1915 tank. But its current performance is not great. Can we pen this? We can? Wow. So you too have tissue paper for armor, huh? Oh, come on. There we go. Exceptional performance. Look at that. I wouldn't quite call that exceptional performance. I don't think that is exceptional performance at all. Can we possibly engineer the engine to do a little better? I want to see about that. Because if we can boost that engine power, we might be able to make the whole thing better. There we go. Look at the amount of money that's coming in. That is gorgeous. That is gorgeous. For a shitty tank. I think that's all the better. Okay. Components. Engines. If I can fit this engine, I should be able to make it a heck of a lot better. So let's give it a better transmission. Let's give it the German radiator, the German carburetor, the German brakes, and the German flywheel. Because Germans just make things better, I guess. I don't know if the 6-cylinder is going to fit in that small frame. But if it does, it's going to be like the speed of it. It's going to be the L2 Roadster, right? Ah, thank you. Thank you. It's a rifling hole, milling hole. 3 days we're going to be finishing up that production. Excellent. Justice Giancourt. Alright, what's your job then? What are you good at? Because I do have some money to burn. I want to see what this guy is good at. Oh crap, I have this guy hired. Oh, never mind. Yeah, of course I did. This is the other guy, and this one has reductions for turret projects, hull projects, primary weapons projects. He's a researcher, isn't he? Yeah. You're coming with me. You're going to cost me 3k a month. That's fine. You're going to go into the research department. You're going to head up research. Because I need those bonuses to tear down the time that it takes me to do research. Okay, Design Bureau. We're going to make a mod of the L2. Create a new design. Yes, I would. I want to have... What? What do you mean edit in engineering? No. I don't get it. Why do I need to... Oh, it only fits the Daimler 4. Ah, crap. Okay. It would be nice to fit like a big 6-cylinder engine in this L2, but I'm afraid that does not fit. Wait, 4,600 tons. Or a whole lot, maybe not even tons. No, it's 4,600 kilograms that the running gear can bear. It's such a light tank. Like, it is no comparison to Petrov. No. 2,800, right? Sorry, 28,000. Good lord. Sizable difference. Okay, let's complete that production. Let's complete shipping these guys out. And let's get a whole lot more money. Shipping. All of these. Yeah, they're probably going to have some defects. That's fine. You agreed to buy the tank. Now you're going to get the damn thing. 19 days. So I'm going to have to do this pretty smart. I think I can get away with this. It's going to be exactly 19 days. I don't like that. So let's say 8 days. with a delay of 7, that would fit. Now, I got a lot of money. I have an okay amount of resources, but we're going to get more because there are always more tanks to build. If I want to be building, oh, I don't know, another 40 of these. Okay, that's a bit much. Come on. There we go. Just give me the resources for 23 of these. I'll probably not use them for specifically L2s, but, you know, we're going to have to ship the resources in anyway. And I might as well get on that. It's going to take me only 16 days as opposed to 21, thanks to the additional building that I have on the warehouse. Next up is Spain. Spain also wants a tank. They still seem to have all sorts of specializations which are exactly the same as the other ones. They want good protection, firepower to kill enemy tanks. Yeah, okay. Once again, it's the Hector with the 303. Can we do it again? Yes, we can do it again. This is bananas. Oh, they only want 5 tanks? No, 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 no. Look. This is an expensive operation, okay? You're going to be paying 53 grand for these things. Giving me a decent margin. You're going to be getting 8 of them. Whether you want them or not is not my concern. And, you want them by November. Look, I'm not Amazon, but I can have these guys out to you very quickly. Gentlemen. More L2s are in order. Oh, sorry, LK2s. Let's start crafting... Really? I'm 1 short? Fine. Let's start crafting 7. We'll craft the last one when the supplies come in. 12 days. Give the Spanish some time to... Oh. Give the Spanish some time to fix it. Casualties have been suffered. Repair costs 29k in 14 days. Yikes. I don't know why it's due to neglect. Because it's not like we have been neglecting the building. Also, no workers were harmed in this process. That's good. I don't want my workers to burn to a crisp. There we go. Contract completed. Perfect. And now I'm the proud owner of $2.65 million. Very nice. Can I pay off the loan? Can I just get rid of the loan? Because that was 500k. Boom. Repay. There we go. No more loan. I now have no outside money. All of this money is my own. I like it. Being debt-free. Yes, there is a whole discussion you can have about, you know, foreign capital, I think it is. Outside capital being the best capital because your own money's not at risk. The problem is that I see they will come for your money. One way or another way. And the museum... Yeah, the museum has like a couple tanks. I want to see the trial status on the L2. I want to see how well that's going to end up. Because that thing has a couple defects. Yes! Spain says yes. I'm not sure if there's going to be any additional business from or for the other tank companies. Because so far I seem to be gobbling all the contracts. Military campaign in central Portugal between Spain and Portugal. Oh boy. If only somebody had tanks. What's happening on the globe? Because we're currently looking at a conflict between Germany and the Netherlands. We also had this weird fight over here between the Danish and the Brits. The Danish have scored more points. Damn, the tanks are dying. Marvelous performance. You lost a couple tanks and they didn't lose any horses. Marvelous performance. I think your attitude is commendable. Over here, yeah, it's looking pretty good for Spain. It's going to look even better for Spain when they have my tanks. Those tanks in that conflict would do amazingly well. Because they simply have a lot of firepower and exactly the type of firepower that you need to cut through infantry. Okay, that Daimler 4-cylinder, it probably has all the gear that it needs to. Yeah, it has the best gear. I cannot upgrade that engine anymore. Tracks. I can upgrade the tracks a bit. Give them much shoots. Say the Mark II don't even fit. Hold on. Here. Mark IV, Mark II, Mark IV, and sprung rollers Mark II or the German Mark II. This is half the weight. These things have more road speed. No, these things have more road speed. But you're not going to be using a tank on a road. I want to use cross-country speed, so I'm going to use the sprung rollers from the Brits. And we don't have any of these. Okay, assign the engineers to build a new type of track for the Leichtkampfwagen, the light tank, the L2, or the LT2. Because if we can improve the track, we might be able to improve the whole thing. We might be able to make that roadster after all. Okay, I need you to build one more L Mark II. The engineering guys... No, the testing range guys have said, well, we have a solution for you. And that was for this. I can adjust the crew performance by 2 points for 2.5k. No thanks. Crew aiming might be helpful. Crew safety can be improved by... Yeah, it's chunk change for me at the moment. Whatever, we'll fix this one too. Boom. Okay, this thing is already gaining a reputation. I love that. It's a horrible tank. It's a horrible tank, but I guess for the client, it does what it needs to. Which is all that the client cares for. So yeah, fine. Here's your 8 tanks, my dear Spain. You need them... They're gonna be getting these things so early. Oh man. Low, cheapest ships, and yeah, off you go. So, we're still getting rich, selling a horrible tank. But in case of the Spanish-Portuguese conflict, it might just be enough. Next time, I hope to have a better tank. A different tank, more powerful tank. Something that also does the test driving a little faster, but we'll see about that. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what your thoughts are down below, and I'll see you soon for more.